Hello students, the purpose of this video is to continue helping you prepare for your test 4, and this video is specifically focusing on the statistics end of your test. Now this isn't an all-inclusive review of everything. You want to look at the other documents that I've posted, but I did want to make a video just to talk about a few things and give some helpful tips. So the very first thing are your measures of center, your mean, median, mode, and we also talked about range. You are going to have to be able to find the mean, median, mode, and range by hand. So given some data, knowing how to find those things by hand is going to be very important. But before you can really do that, you need to know what they all are. And so I just wanted to quickly give you some tips and easy ways to remember these words. So the mean is simply our average, and I always tell people to think about it. You have an average in a class, and your average is sometimes mean to you. It's not always nice, right? Sometimes it's not what you want. It can be mean. So our average, it can be mean. The median, when you're driving on the road, the median is in the middle of the road. So the median represents the middle value because the median is always in the middle. And mode stands for the most. And so there's two ways to remember this. You'll see it has MO, and it also starts with MO. So that's one way to remember it. Or if you're an Incredibles fan like I am, you possibly remember Edna Mode in the movie. She's the fashion designer for the Incredibles. Well, Edna Mode does the most. And so the mode is the most because Edna Mode always does the most. Okay, so quick, fun little ways to remember it. Your range is always the largest value, subtract the smaller value. Okay, so something you have to do on your test is if I give you values like 21, 32, 19, 16, and 15, and you have to go through and calculate the respective mean, median, mode, and range for those values. Now I'm not going to do that on this video because again that's something I've done several times in the prior videos, instructional videos, so you can go and look at examples, but here are some numbers that you could go and do. The first thing you do want to remember is that you must put your values in numerical order. So your first step must be to put them from smallest to largest. So I did that really quick. And then I know in order to find the mean, I'm going to add up all the values. So I would do 15 plus 16 plus 19 plus 21 plus 32. I would add that all up and I would divide by how many values there are, which is 5. And that would get me my mean. My value that occurs the most, there actually isn't a repeating value. So there is no mode. And that's okay. It's possible that you don't always have a mode. If I was going to look for my range, I would do the largest number minus the smaller value and get the answer to that. And then if I want to look for the median, I begin crossing out one number on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right, till I get to my middle value, which is 19. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of your measures of center. The next thing you want to know are your different distribution types. And again, this is just a review. Look at the slide sets for a more, all-inclusive review of these things. But one thing you want to know for your test is to feel comfortable with what these distributions look like. So we know a normal distribution is symmetrical, meaning it is a perfect distribution. It looks like a perfect mountain. Whereas something that is left skewed is going to begin to have a tail and then it will have its mountain. Or something that is right skewed will have its mountain and then have a tail. So where the tail is located determines it's skewed, right? So right skewed, the tail is on the right. For expected value, you want to remember that to find expected value, it is the sum of all the values of x times their respective probabilities. So for example, if I were to make a chart such as this one, 1, 3, and 7. And I said their respective probabilities are 0.2, 0.3, and 0.5. Oh, my pen seems to have wanted to stop working for a second. So let's try to do this by hand. I apologize. It might get a little messy for a second. But 0.5. We would do 1 times 0.2 plus 3 times 0.3 plus 7 times 0.5, and when I add those up, that would get me my expected value answer. Okay? And the very last thing you want to feel confident is with your Greek symbols. So again, in a prior slide, I introduced these to you, but you want to feel comfortable about these symbols. This symbol is mu. It is a Greek symbol. The one below it is not really a Greek symbol. It's just an X. Mu stands and the X with the bar actually stands for your sample mean. Then you have the lowercase sigma, and then you have an S. So this is the lowercase sigma symbol. So I have all kinds of things popping up on your screen today. I apologize. This stands for your population standard deviation. And the little s stands for your sample standard deviation. And then the last symbol you want to know is the big uppercase sigma. So Greek letters are like English letters. They have uppercase and lowercase. So this is the uppercase sigma. And this is your summation notation. As you saw above with expected value, all it tells you to do is to add things up. Okay? So that is your, oh, not value, I'm sorry, I'm talking and trying to write at the same time. It is your summation notation. So all it does is tell you to add all your values up. Okay? All right, this was a quick little review of some of the statistics. Again, not all inclusive, but I just wanted to highlight some things. I encourage you to look at all of the other documents to ensure that you are feeling good and prepared for your test. If you have questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know.